the other night we went to a meeting for the Deaf Centers of Nevada where they had a town hall and they're discussing what services are available and what may need to be cut because of budgetary issues. It was very interesting, but it reminded me of a story when I was a young officer, really young, and I had a very volatile call involving a gun, and we all mark arrival. It's at night, and there's a description of the subject, and he's, in my opinion, the one that they're talking about is walking away. And I draw my weapon because it's a gun call and it's dangerous, and I'm yelling at this guy to stop and halt and don't move, and he's totally ignoring me, and I'm believing that this is someone who is obstructing justice. He's not interested in what the police have to say. He's trying to elude and get away, and in reality, when we finally catch up to him and turn him around and he sees there's guns being pointed at him, he immediately complies, puts his hands up. Well, it turns out he was deaf, and the reason he wasn't complying with our instructions is because he couldn't hear them. And it was an eye-opener for me to realize that sometimes people are not compliant, not necessarily because they're obstructing justice or they don't want to comply with the police. There may be something health-related or disability-related that's causing them not to be able to do that. It was interesting to me, and it made me think recently, after going to this meeting, that there's probably a deficiency in law enforcement. Every time you want to interview someone who's deaf, we get an ASL, American Sign Language interpreter, to do that. But that also becomes problematic. There's a time frame, and so maybe we need to find some way to have maybe some sort of training that's basic information of how you can talk to someone and tell them that you need information or something like that. I don't know, it made me think about it anyway, and it reminded me of this story where the possibility was I could have taken this man's life simply because he wasn't complying with my instructions, and it was a very volatile call in a volatile situation when, in fact, he was completely compliant once he realized what we wanted.